What's going on, guys? Future Night Eric here. We are coming at you with a top 4 deck profile from States, our nationals, but because we are a small developing country, we don't have nationals, so we have 2 states instead. We had 94 players, which is not a lot, but it's a lot for us. We played 7 rounds with top 8 cuts. I won out and only lost in the finals of Swiss, and then unfortunately I lost in top 4. The day was very weird, a mixture of like meta and off meta. Round 1 was Snake Eyes, round 2 was Pure Fire King, round 3 was Flu, round 4 was Tenpai, round 5 was Tenpai, round 6 was Voiceless Voice. I only won 2 dice rolls, and then final round was Dinosaurs, which is what I lost to in Swiss. I lost all my dice rolls except for 2, I think. And then top cut, I played against Jubal, 2-0'd that, and then I got 2-0'd by D-Link. Bestials and Veilers and Imperms are very strong cards. Not much else to say. Other than that, it was a good day. Shoutouts before we get into it. Shoutouts to the boys. Our judge, our resident branded player, our resident Tenpai player. And behind the camera, we have our resident whatever's good player, Herbert. Yeah, without them, there's no chance I would have topped. So shoutouts to them for the hours and hours of testing against branded, which I played none of. So, yeah, let's just get into the deck profile. So this is Lab. It's the only deck I know how to play, as I've always said. You saw the tattoo. Aureus is the best card in my deck. I resolved Karma Cannons, D-Barriers, Punishments, turn 0. This card is cooked. It is the best card this deck has ever had. Spoiler alert, this is a furniture-less list, sure. I guess except for this. This is crazy. I decided not to play furniture in case the rogue decks decided to play shifter, because it's just terrible. Also, I played in 2 OTS champs leading up to this, 1 week after another, and I went 3-2 at both. And what I realized was, against like really random wombo combo decks, even the Snake Eye deck, it forces you to use furniture before they can make Apo, because if they make Apo, you're just negging 2 for no reason. And then they just talents you. So I was like, furniture's terrible. This, if they talents you, it's fine, because you're karma canning their whole board. So it's like, sure, you talents me, but also you have nothing. So if I draw anything good, I just win. Yeah, she's the best card in the deck by like miles. You have to play 3 no matter what version you're playing. 2 lady. 3rd one never came up. I needed to play 2. Sometimes seeing you in opening hand plus the Aureus is just insane. 1 lovely. Have to play it. Only bricked on her once, and it was in top 4. Very unfortunate. 3 Ariana. We're not playing furniture, but that doesn't mean we have to play less of this. You have to play 3. 1 clock. I'm not joking. I didn't add or use this card once the whole tournament. Top 4 was the only time I drew it, and I could have used it. And I misplayed using my Labrynth bodies to go into a Chaos Angel, so that my big welcome was live. But I had Lord in hand with an Imperm. So if I just kept the Labrynth monsters on the field, I could have gone Imperm, Lord, set cannon, discard this, and just cannon them. So that was a huge misplay. That was actually my only misplay, I think, during the whole day. So unfortunately, it was in top 4, but I guess it is what it is. The other best card in the deck, this replaces the furniture. This card's insane. It allows for OTKs. It gets you any trap in your deck with a Labrynth card, because you just get clock and then you can just activate whatever you set, which is what I should have done in the finals on top 4, but no, it didn't happen. 3 Ash, played this over Nib because it's just got more range. Also, I was very fearful of branded. The best card in my deck, I said D-Barriers off this, Karma Cannons, Trap Tricks, Punishments. This is to dig for the combo. So if you go Aureus plus Trap Trick, you get a setup play where you can set any 2 traps. So I just wanted to make sure that I could resolve that combo. 3 big, 3 welcome. I sided out 1 welcome almost every time I went second. It's a free side out, but again, because we're not playing furniture, you have to max out. 3 of the best card in my deck. This card cooks Snake Eyes. I 2-0'd Snake Eyes because of this card. This was for branded. And I didn't play a single branded, but I played 2 Tenpais, and I literally won just because I looped this and they weren't playing their Link OTK. Because the Link OTK loses to a breath of fresh wind. So I just kept looping this and they would pass on like 4 Tenpai bodies. And then I would just clear the board with pops and stuff, and it was just insane. Very good card. Sided out against the matches that didn't matter. It would have been really good against Voiceless. I had it both times against Voiceless with Arius, but unfortunately the Voiceless player did brick. So both times. I think his game 2 he had 3 DD Crows, a Tactics, and Dark Magician, which is just unfortunate for him, I guess. 2 Punishment. This card is insane. I don't think you can play this version of the deck, or actually any version, without this card. Actually, you probably would want to play... if you're playing Furniture, you don't want to play this. 3 Trap Trick. Insane. All day. I did lock me a couple of times when I was desperate to get the 1 trap that would win. But definitely, you have to play it. I mean, it turns on the setup play. 3 Imperm. This is the best hand trap in the format. By like miles. You have to play this no matter what deck you're playing. And then we played my 3 CR German Strikes, which no one knows what they do because it's in German. But they just let me resolve them anyway. This is crazy. This card is insane. Stop. I don't think I got Ash on a welcome once just because of this card. So it's insane. Against a Voiceless player, he used Saravis to... I went Lord, summon Lord, set big for follow-up. And then he went Saravis Bounce to negate the special and banish of the Lord. I striked it. And then because it got destroyed in hand, his weird spell that adds itself back when a light ritual leaves the field didn't add itself back because it was destroyed in hand. So I thought that was a pretty cool interaction. That's main deck, 42. It was 43, and then everybody told me I was on coke, and they were correct. Now, the side deck. This side deck, useless. I think I saw maybe 2 of the side cards, and I put in side cards, but trust, it doesn't matter. This is the worst side deck you could play in this deck. It's pretty good, I think, but I just never saw anything. So, 3 Shifter. I didn't put this in much because I didn't need it, I guess. 3 of those for branded. I didn't play any branded. I put this in for the dealing player, and it didn't matter. And then I put it in for Voiceless Voice, and then he bricked again on the 3 DD Crows, and I had these 2 in my hand, so I don't think it mattered anyway. This I did see. I did the classic play against the Flu player. So when they do their board, it's so funny. When they do their board, you can go battle phase. And they are so scared of Evenly. So they will shotgun everything in the main phase. So they have M-Pen, right? And they have the field spell, and then they go full combo, and they summon a Mist Valley to stop the Evenly. You just go Super Poly. And then you just Super Poly the Mist Valley and the M-Pen. And you don't even need the Evenly. I don't even play Evenly match. So, yeah, this card was very good. I think that was actually the only time I resolved it. I did have it other times and I set it, but I never needed to use it. These are hypothetically very good. The one time I needed it, I realized I only sided in 1 and an anti-spell because they're the same color. That they both have smiling devil things on. So I trap tricked and then realized that I only play 1 in the deck. So I didn't resolve the Erad. But he didn't have the Lightning Storm, which is what I was scared of, so it didn't matter. 2 of this hypothetically good against Snake Eye. I didn't play a lot of Snake Eye, thank God. But I did go in a couple of times, but nothing crazy. I went in against Dinos and it stopped them for a turn, but then they just killed me on the crackback. And then this card was useless. I didn't put this in once. Yeah, I played pretty much all in Archetype decks the whole day, so... Extra deck. I'm not joking. I think I went into my extra deck once in the finals to make Chaos Angel, and it cost me the whole game. So if you can, don't play an extra deck, is what I'm saying, because it's terrible. But you need to play these. This should be SP. I'm poor, but we have one now because our friend does not play competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! I guess he's just a judge, not this one, the other one. Dark to steal the SP, so we have an SP. And then Muckracker. So that's all the stuff you actually make. I didn't make any of these except this, and it cost me the whole game. So don't use your extra deck. Super Polys, never made. Made once. never made. For branded, I didn't play any branded, made 0. Then the actual good cards is the punishment targets. So this is for Flu, it's an imperm. This is the Sengarura, because you're not super polying it, because why would you? This, okay, since this fun fact. So, Snake Eye player, they go normal summon Ash, you go Shaw. They add Poplar, okay, Poplar effect. You go punishment, target their Ash, pop their Ash, you send this. They summon the Poplar, they go Poplar effect to add original. You go this effect to bounce the Poplar back to their hand. They technically don't have any face-up cards, so they'll have to commit something like their field spell or something else to send off the original. If they don't have another card they can put face-up, they just lose. However, the cash players, well, Snake Eye players are getting smart and playing cash. If you do that and they go special summon Unicorn, you're not having a good time. So don't do that. And then Entus, obviously, and then I played these two for the recursion of Lovely from Banish Your Grave. These are pretty cracked. I sent this once and it immediately got DD code. That was it. Yeah, that's the deck. Like I said, side deck terrible, extra deck terrible, main deck pretty good. Once again, shout out to the boys. Thank you AI Fest for the amazing events. This is my second states that I've played in 3 states. This is my second states I've topped back to back. Feels good. I wish I could have brought it home, but that dealing player in the finals, I went for the RS player with the trap tricks, and he had, so then it ends up going that you summon an Oriana, bounce it, and you normal it, and then that's what adds the setup, and then you get the 2 traps. He had Vela, I then chained the RS, and then he had a Bestial, and that was rough. So it happens, but super happy with how I did, super happy with the deck. I didn't expect it to do this well. I just wanted someone from the boys to top, and I'm glad that it was me. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. This is Future Knight, signing out.